Curtis King, I got a good question. Why are you doing your eyes like that? No, it's a good question. Listen, hear me out, hear me out. Should I promote a mixtape or single? Tell me. This one is specifically for rappers, and I'm sure that many of you have come across this, especially in this day and age where it feels like nobody's consuming full albums, consuming full mixtapes. It feels like the attention span is so low, and maybe you're an independent artist or an artist that's really deep into the bowels of obscurity and you're trying to figure out how to get your name out there. Here's what I say is my best advice when it comes to whether or not you should promote a mixtape or a single. You need to find out what is easily digestible for somebody who has never heard of you, somebody who maybe heard of you, or somebody who may have heard of you and is wanting to show a little interest. What can you give them that is easily digestible? I always say that it's always better to get the most that you can get from a smaller piece of content before you try to push a bigger piece of content. So in this example, I would say push your single first. Push your single. There's many things that can be done with a single, even a free single. People sleep on the opportunity, but something I did last year was that I put out a song called Glory. You guys remember that? I don't really got too much to say, what a glory. It sounds a lot better when you go listen to it. It's on my channel. But I released a song, a single. I released it for free. And I released it on all the streaming services. So I used TuneCore to do that. And because I did that, I said, okay, I want to release a song and I want to get a music video ready, which I did very shortly. And I actually got the video done, put the video up. People loved the video. You know, it didn't get a crazy amount of views in terms of, you know, the grand spectrum of how a lot of independent rappers get, whether it was 100,000, but it got a pretty damn good amount of views, all authentic and real. And I put the first thing I put in the description was the link to my Spotify. Do you know that I look back and I wasn't, you know, I was going through a bunch of stuff where I was working a whole lot and I didn't even check my TuneCore page. Do you know I came back to my TuneCore page and realized that because of Spotify, I had a $300 check just waiting for me for the single that was Glory. And it was 55,000 streams that were attributed to Spotify. Why? Because when people go to that video, it's easily consumable. They look at a video, maybe a friend showed it to them, maybe they kind of heard of Curtis King. They watch the video and they're like, it's a pretty dope song. I actually would like to have this song in my Spotify playlist. Well, guess what? Curtis King conveniently put that in the description, so all you got to do is easily consume that, get them directly to somewhere. Because I think a lot of times artists think that, or rappers think that you got to put 17 different links, you know, to get them in different places. What happens is it's almost like looking at a menu at a restaurant. You see too many options, you end up just getting the cheapest one and something that you really didn't want to eat. Same thing in this situation. So for the rappers out there that are trying to figure out, promote a mixtape, promote a single, figure out what's easily digestible the first time around. I think a single is a really great direction to go because you can do that. You can find out what worked from it, what didn't work. And then if you have a song that just really takes off, it gives you the opportunity to say, in this light, people love what I do. In this light, they don't like what I do when I do this. In this light, you get to see different examples, pretty much trial and error of what works for you as an artist, what works for you in a general market and your specific demographic. You get to see that now because you have examples. So in that case, put your single out, get a music video going forward, and then eventually build up this mixtape based upon the analysis that you have figured from this easily digestible and consumable product called a single. Once again, that's another Curtspiration, doodle. Look, if you need some more of this juice, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you to everybody that's been contributing all week to this patreon.com/Curtis King page. I can't thank you enough. You guys have no idea how much you're going to change my life. All of these goals are getting closer and closer and closer, and I know that you guys know that this is very much possible. The same way we got number 4 in the charts, this is possible. I believe in you, and I thank you for believing in me. And look, if you want to figure out what to promote in any situation, figure out what's easily consumable the first time around. If you wanted to cook something for somebody, you wouldn't, you know, if you're a chef and you want them to say they love your food, you wouldn't give them 18 pieces of food to check out. You would give them your special dish first and then let them get that and say, damn, this is good. What you got for dessert, right? So, in this life, you know my motto is always, in this life, you will not be full of life until you decide to live life to its fullest. Curtis King of CurtisKingBeats.com.
I can't listen to you. When I listen to you, it's a liability, cause you be mentally killing my inner energy. So I'm concealing my feelings before you injure me.